The Smart View wizard is an Excel add-in that enhances the functionality of Smart View. It turns it from a passive cell-based formula into a dynamic reporting and analysis tool. In this video we look at the key functionality of the Smart View wizard, starting by looking at how you can add dynamic drill-down functionality to your existing Smart View reports. Then look at some of the tools the Smart View wizard has for building new Smart View reports. We will look at how the Smart View wizard can automatically build the Smart View formula for you, and how your users can share the key Smart View reports using the Smart View wizard's report library. And then we'll have a look at how the Smart View wizard simplifies the data submission process using the Smart View HS set value formula. Let's start by looking at how the Smart View wizard can add analysis functionality to your existing Smart View reports. Here we have a simple manually created Smart View report. Each data cell uses the HS get value Smart View formula, and in this example with the POV member labels linked to external cells. With the Smart View wizard installed, now when we right click on a Smart View formula, we see the Smart View wizard item at the top of the cell menu. And the Smart View wizard menu item gives us a number of drill down options. For example, inserting the child members of any of the other dimensions. To insert the child members of the account member cost of sales, we just select the option, and the two child members of the cost of sales account are inserted into the report, and the Smart View formula is automatically generated. To drill down further on the account dimension, we can now just double click on one of the inserted data cells, and the child members of that account are inserted into the report. So with just a couple of clicks of the mouse, we've been able to analyze a cell in the report, adding Smart View formula that would have taken considerably longer had we had to add the formula manually. And with another double click we can remove all the inserted analysis accounts and return the report to its original format. But drilling down on the same dimension is just one of the options. From the Smart View wizard right click menu, you have the option to drill down on any dimension that is a parent in the cell's point of view. Here we will choose the entity dimension, and the child members of the entity dimension member are inserted into the report. Double-clicking on one of the inserted data cells will now drill down on the entity dimension. And the unique feature of the Smart View wizard's right-click menu is that you can pivot the dimension that you drill down on. Right-clicking on any data cell gives you the option to drill down on any dimension, including the period and year dimension. So now any data cell in your Smart View report can be quickly and easily analysed across any dimension, without the need to go and build additional analysis reports. But in-report analysis is not the only thing the Smart View wizard can do. There may be times, for example, when you need to analyse a cell across the base members of perhaps one of the custom dimensions. In which case the Smart View wizard can automatically create an ad hoc report based on the cell's point of view. A much more efficient way of creating the report than if you had to do it manually. So with the Smart View wizard, you have the ability to do rapid dynamic analysis on your existing Smart View reports. So let's look now at how you can use the Smart View wizard to build new Smart View reports. With the Smart View wizard, there are a number of different ways to access new Smart View reports. For example, we can select the Report Builder option. The Report Builder interface allows you to choose which dimensions you want in the rows and the columns. Let's drag the account dimension to the rows, and for the account dimension members we'll select a pre-saved template, and we'll choose the balance sheet template. And for the column axis, we'll select the entity dimension. And for the entity dimension members, we will select the Favorites option, the most used members of the dimension. We'll give the new report a description and choose whether we want the report to use the Smart View formulas or the Smart View ad hoc format, and then click the Add Report button to build the report. The report is built and the Smart View formula is automatically added to the data cells. Double-clicking on a cell will now drill down on the entire row. And you can continue to drill down on parent rows each time the Smart View wizard adding the Smart View formula. And if the member in the column axis is also a parent, you can double click to drill down on the columns as well. and all the Smart View Wizard's functionality on the right-click menu is available, such as the ability to drill down on the base members on any dimension, which makes getting a report that shows all the movements on an account very quick and simple. But the report builder is just one of the ways users can use the Smart View Wizard to build new reports. The Smart View Wizard has lots of useful functionality to speed up the time-consuming process of building Smart View reports. For example, it can automatically add the Smart View formula to a report. In this example, all the user has to do is key in the member labels into the row and column headers of the Wizard report grid. And when they are ready, select the Build Formula button and choose the option to add the Smart View formulas to the empty cells. The description and data Smart View formulas get added at the intersection of the row and column headers. And the Smart View Wizard also allows the users to view and control the background point of view of the report using the point of view buttons in the ribbon. Users can navigate to or search through the metadata hierarchy to choose the new members for their background point of view, and then choose whether to update the worksheet or the entire workbook. Another useful feature is the ability to remove the Smart View formulas from the workbook, making it easier to distribute the workbooks without the issues sometimes associated with sharing Smart View formulas. You can choose to remove the formulas leaving blank cells, or remove the formulas just leaving the values. And at any time you can choose to add the formulas back to the report. This feature of the Smart View Wizard is particularly useful if you need to distribute reports via email, or you want to share reports using the Smart View Wizard's report library, which we will look at now. The Smart View Wizard report library is where authorized users can save reports, making them available to all other users so that they don't need to build the reports themselves. The Smart View Wizard's report library allows you to quickly access reports saved in your private or shared folder. And once you've located the report, you can choose the starting point of view, so that when the report is opened, it will already be populated with data for your chosen point of view. So the report library allows users to download from a suite of high-quality reports built by authorized report builders, reducing the need for them to build their own reports and ensuring consistency of reports across your users. And once the users have downloaded the Smart View report, they're free to edit it any way they like. And it is just a Smart View report, so users can save it locally and reopen it, or they can just close down without saving, knowing that they can access the report again from the report library at any time. And finally then, let's have a look at how you can use the Data Wizard to make data submission with the HS set value formula much simpler. In one of our existing Smart View reports, we'll import a worksheet from another workbook, and this time we'll choose an input pack. And we'll import the sales input sheet. Initially, this sales input sheet is populated with the HS get value formula, but when we click on the button to enable data entry, certain cells in the report that have been marked as data entry cells are automatically switched to the HS set value formula and turned yellow to indicate which ones are data entry cells. To add some data, simply type into one of the data entry cells overtyping the set value formula, and the set value formula will automatically be updated to include the number that's been typed in. And when you've finished updating the data entry cells, just click the Submit Data button. The data is submitted back to HFM and the data entry cells turn back to black. And then when you finish the data entry process, just click on the Stop Data Entry button, and all the HS set value formulas are returned to the HS get value formula so that you can see the data that is actually sitting in HFM. So hopefully in this video you have seen that with the Smart View Wizard you can now add dynamic functionality to your existing Smart View reports, and by using the right-click or double-click features you can drill down on your Smart View formulas across virtually any dimension. We've seen that the Report Wizard has several report building tools to help you build new Smart View reports much quicker than if you had to build them manually. And it adds useful functionality like the ability to automatically add and remove the Smart View formula, making it easier to distribute your reports, particularly via email. The Smart View wizard makes it easier for you to share and control the Smart View reports around your organization via the report library. And data submission with the Smart View wizard is much simpler because you just need to overtype the HS set value formula. There's much more functionality that we haven't covered in this video, so if you'd like an online demonstration, why not email merlinexcel@amosca.co.uk.